Okay, I'm here at Pioneer Aero with Paul McSweeny. Hi, Paul.
G'day, Dave. How are you?
Good, good, good. We're going to do a bit of a hangar walk around.
Yeah. We'll start here. This is the next P40 off the block, if you like. So it's a P40E that we've done over the last few years for a gentleman in Italy. We're just really finalising the details of CAA, getting ready to fly.
Yep.
And hopefully that'll happen in the next month or so, and then we can put it in a container and send it halfway across the world. And well, we hope we can. Freight as it is at the moment, that may or may not happen. So this is a pretty famous aeroplane. It was the one that was pulled out of the lake in Russia and has kicked around first in England and then in the US for 20 odd years. So it'd be pretty good to see it flying.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yep. There's photos that have been around the internet of it with coming out of the lake, hanging on a chain on a crane sort of thing.
Yeah, hanging off the bottom of a big helicopter and that. So it's pretty famous. So it'll be pretty neat to see it fly, and I certainly know the owner in Italy is looking forward to that as well, of course. Yeah. So at this stage, chances are it'll go to Germany and be assembled in Germany. And then once it's assembled and flown, it'll go down and be based in Italy. So yeah, this is like I say, an E model, an early model. Yeah. And then over the side here we've got another fuselage that we're really just starting on this project now. And this is another E, actually not too far removed serial number wise from this one. This one came out of Russia as well. So this is white 51 and this one here is white 25. So they had the big numbers painted in white.
Yep.
Apparently Russian Navy squadrons, I think they were.
Right, okay.
But I can be corrected on that one. So this one, when it's finished, is going to Holland. We're pretty excited about that. Haven't had clients from Holland before. So a small syndicate of people up there have formed, I think they call it the Dutch Warbird Foundation. Okay. And it will fly under that banner in Holland. So there's quite a bit of collaboration currently going on between the two owners, from Italy and Holland, because there's some hoops that have to be jumped through to fly these aeroplanes in the EASA countries. Yep. And that's something that we're not that good of. We've had nothing to do with that, so we get them flying here under New Zealand registration, and then leave the stuff up there up to the owners. Okay. So another remodel. That's pretty good. And then over the back here, probably of interest to more people. This is the P40N1, and this is for Brett Nichols, who's based here in Auckland. Yep. So this is, as I say, an N1 model. So it's similar to CAG, which flies here and has been flying here at Ardmore for 20 years. Yep. So it's Brett's wish that this aeroplane is effectively restored here at Ardmore, which we're going about doing now. And while it's based on NZ 4137.
3147.
3147, yeah. Sorry. It's going to incorporate a huge amount of other Kiwi P40s in it as well. So Brett's managed to pick up a lot of stuff from John Smith. Yep. And there's John Smith collection, and we're going to incorporate that into the build, which is pretty neat. We've already seen the fin over the back here, and that fin is going to go into the rebuild. Yep. So yeah, that's again, as is the same with the two E models at the front. This is going to be full dual control, so have a rear seat with the dual controls, and give the ability to take people for rides or whatever. And most of the owners now want that fit. Yep. We certainly, like I say, have incorporated into all these three aircraft that'll be going in. So currently just sort of building the fuselage, and by the end of the year this will look pretty well like a fuselage. Yep. And then we'll start into the wings, and that's another story altogether, because P40 wings are pretty involved. A huge amount of hours tied up with building set of P40 wings.
Yep.
So you've got a sort of pan over here, Dave. There's a lot of the stuff that Brett's acquired or have come with the project, and we've just been going through and doing the stuff up and assessing it for serviceability, and if it's serviceable, then cleaning it up and getting ready to bolt on. So as well as what you see here over the back, you've got pretty well full instrumentation for it.
Yep.
Instrument panel here, those instruments will go into.
And this is all original pieces.
All original stuff here.
And it's all R&ZF original sort of thing.
Yep. So undercarriage leads here, which obviously still need to be done. Scattering ammo boxes down the bottom that obviously need work, but all the heavy metal stuff. And also included with the project is the engine, which is around the corner. I think you've seen that.
Yes.
So that's actually an ex-New Zealand one as well. So at some stage that'll be going off the States to get overhauled.
Fantastic.
And, so that's the three P40 fuselages that we have in the shop, and also over the back and behind the fin. Set of wings here that are being built for John Saunders from Blenheim. So John's got his fuselage down there now in his hangar at Omaka, and we're sort of following up with a set of wings. So in a few years' time we'll have them flying.
Cool. And you did the fuselage here?
Yes, the fuselage was done here. So William Lowen, who's our master P40 builder, has been beavering away on the wings. He built the fuse and is now beavering away on the wings. And William's also very heavily involved in Brett's one as well. So.
Yeah, fantastic.
And probably something of interest to a few is hopefully this week or early next week we're going to have the Dauntless on the water heading our way. So
awesome.
There's been a few delays at the American end getting that here. And they're actually right in the middle of their flying season, so they've been pretty busy over there at the moment.
Yep.
And we're just hoping it'll be here before Christmas, but there are freight delays and that happening all around the world, which are making things awkward at the moment.
Cool. Can you elaborate on the Dauntless project?
Well, not really. We don't know too much about it ourselves. So other than it was a fuselage that was, or an aircraft that was pulled out of Lake Michigan.
Yep.
So it came to grief on one of the flat tops on Lake Michigan when it was 90 days old.
Yep.
And effectively fell into the lake. It sat there for 40 or 50 years. In the early 90s was pulled out and ended up at Pensacola.
Okay.
It's been in storage at Pensacola that whole time. And Jerry got hold of it late last year, early this year. Unfortunately, the wings went to another project, so the wings off that particular aeroplane are on the one at Palm Springs.
Yep.
Palm Springs Museum. But they've contracted a company in the States to go about getting another set of wings.
Okay.
So we're going to get the fuselage and centre section sent here. And then hopefully in a year or so's time the wings will arrive here and we'll put them on, and they're also organising the overhaul of the engine and propeller as well. So we get to do the good stuff really, play with the fuse and get it flying.
Yeah. So everything, once it's done in the States, those components will come here and...
Yeah, the aircraft is due to fly here. Yeah. So that's the clicker, and we talked last week, we want to get some aerial shots of it over Seagrove and things like that.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and we're not discounting that it may be painted as a Kiwi Dauntless while it's here for a little while.
Right.
Because not a huge difference between the Marines, the US Navy, and as we flew them. So watch the space on that one.
That'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool if you got it in formation with the Kiwi P40, because that was they were also based at Seagrove. So
there's all sorts of things that we're sort of looking at. It would be pretty neat if we could get a certain Corsair there as well at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Because effectively the Corsairs were what took over from the Dauntless.
Yep.
So I think 25 Squadron, didn't they, had Dauntlesses and re-equipped with Corsairs later in the war. So that'd be a pretty nice shot over Seagrove with the runways still visible below you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So,
awesome.
And that's pretty well a snapshot of what we're doing at the moment.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Paul. It's great.
Welcome.